Yo, what is up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? We got another episode of the Reliable Trades podcast. I appreciate everybody for tuning in today. Let's go ahead and run that sponsor ad and then we'll get into our guests. I also want to thank our new sponsors, CallRail. So, I've been more into marketing and just online presence with our business, even though we only do commercial. Word of mouth is really good for any business. But once you get to a place where you want to be, a big name online or just anywhere, be recognizable, like I said, online presence, have a nice website, be able to be searchable in Google and all these different search engines, and just have a big presence. You need to know where to spend your money, and all I'm going to say is that CallRail can help you track that if that's something that you're interested in. CallRail can tell you, hey, these are not working so much, these are working really good, stop spending your money here, put more money and effort into this, and just be smarter about what you spend. So make sure you go by callrail.com. They do have a no risk free trial and you can check it out for yourself. And when you're doing your day-to-day work, you got to make bids, you got to do those quotes. I think one of the things that we have to deal with now is finding and pricing out parts. And that's why I wanted to tell you guys about We Supply Trades. They are a family owned online distributor with over 90 years of experience in HVAC, hydronics, and the plumbing world. And if you need parts quickly, they have a massive inventory, which I've been told they've been adding to weekly. You can order by 3:30 p.m. Eastern and get it shipped same day. They have their pro membership, which is not only free, but you also get the benefit of better pricing, free shipping over $99, free returns. And for my listeners, you get a bonus of 15% off your first order with code reliable15. And if you're looking for a supplier who truly understands your world, please go check out wesupplytrades.com. I'll leave my exclusive link down in the description. And these guys just get it. Local HQ is a marketing that is geared towards the trades, proven strategies that get your business more leads. They can help you rank higher on Google and all that you would need. So reach out to them at localhq.com/reliable and mention me or the Reliable Trades podcast and get 2 months of SEO for free. All right, and I also want to thank Vita Pro Pack, the best tool bags that you can get, which we'll probably talk about in this episode quite a bit. Also, Jobber, the best CRM for your business. You can also get a free score on your business now. So I took it, found out that we're doing pretty well because I wanted to focus on like the business, the branding, and the online presence. So that was a good little report card for our business. But either way, go check out Jobber, 2-week free trial, and right now you get 30% off with my link. The other one, Live Switch. If you guys want this virtual training or virtual interactions with your customers, it kind of does some of the stuff that Company Cam does, where you can upload photos and videos and kind of keep track. And I think they added geo tagging, location tagging, all that kind of stuff now. That's going to help me organize a lot of the stuff that we do at work as far as labels and tags and parts and all that kind of stuff, and the stuff that we've done at certain locations. So go check out Live Switch. I have a link down below, or just go to my website for all these discounts and links. reliablehvacr.net. Don't forget to check out the merch. We got some new merch coming soon. All right, now with all that out of the way, this mic is the one that messed up. So if it goes haywire, let me know again so I can switch it out. But it seems to be working now. Today's guest is none other. I think a lot of you guys already know this person, Rudy, also known as Just Work HVAC. Let me pull him up. What's up, man?
What's up, HVAC family? How's everybody doing? God bless everybody.
How are you?
Good, brother. Hanging in there.
You staying busy?
Oh, yeah. Very busy.
Okay, so
Late
we
nights, early
we
mornings,
kind of
everything.
yeah. So like, I guess we'll kind of break it up because I don't want to just like go all over the place.
Yes,
So
sir.
you do maintenance. as far as apartment maintenance during the day. That's your 9 to 5, so to speak. Even though I think you work a little bit more than that. 8 to 5, right? You were saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you that's
So
your
like,
8 to 5, and that's your main job, and then you do HVAC on the side. So how is
yeah.
the how is the apartment maintenance doing right now? Like how is it, working in that kind of space? Because I never even thought of that, to be honest. That's a whole other side of the kind of the stuff that we see in the trades, right? You
Yeah.
kind of do a little bit of everything. There are good maintenance people and there are bad maintenance people. So, just how is it
Yeah.
from your point of view?
So I've been doing apartment maintenance for quite a few many years. Probably like
Since when?
since 2005, 2008, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So it's been a long time. Um, in the early years, yes, you'll see some wild stuff that apartment maintenance guys do. But more in the years moving forward, things got a lot better, obviously. But I still think in apartment maintenance, we still lack a lot of training and knowledge on certain things.
Yeah.
Um, but I personally love it.
Beard brother. That's Pat.
What's up, brother? But I do like the apartment maintenance, and especially with my HVAC background. I can definitely help the apartment
So,
industry at least try to move up, or at least
yes.
try to level up. With
Could you
the
you kind of
true
bring
HVAC.
over the tool knowledge, maybe some of the better ways to do things? Because I can guarantee a lot of them don't do it the way they're supposed to, and there's kind of workarounds or corners cut because there's no
Yeah,
regulation on that part or that side of things because it's them. As long as a look, because you're in Texas too, and the way I understand it, as long as it's the owner's own place, right, they can get like a maintenance guy to do most of the work.
yes. So like our properties, we do our own change outs. We do our own service. Obviously, if there's no cooling call, no heat call, we go service it, obviously. But like, let's say if a compressor blows out for some odd reason, somebody murdered it, the
Oh,
famous
always.
word. Yeah, we do all the change outs in house. Now, some of our other like sister properties or other properties that are not associated with us, they usually do vend that out to other contractors that are not
Yeah.
associated with the apartments. But we're lucky enough to do pretty much everything in house.
So like you guys don't have to be like you're not required to be licensed or certified of any sort, are you?
So for the apartment guys, they need to have their EPA. Yes. So like
Okay.
like our traditional, well, I know, like you said, Texas, we got the TDLR. We don't need it in the apartments, but definitely
Yeah.
the EPA. Then you
Okay.
need the EPA just to be on call as well to run, like to touch the ACs as well. So
Yeah,
without the
because
EPA, you can't touch the ACs. You can, do other stuff, but not the ACs.
yeah, so like your EPA gives you like a basics, like a groundwork. It's your
Yeah.
basics, some stuff, and you can handle refrigerants basically.
Well, yeah, because but with the EPA, they're not teaching you anything on
No, no,
like
no, no,
troubleshoot
no.
low
You
voltage or
go
yeah,
to a supply house and a buddy can just say, "Hey, yeah, you passed."
yeah,
If you're
yeah.
lucky. Yeah.
You know the
I've
game.
had
Oh
guys
yeah,
come to try and work for us. I got my EPA. I was like, I already know where you got that from, and it's like at my supply
yep,
house that just like, oh, just take the test, we'll help you out, whatever. So
yeah. I did
it is regulated, but like to an extent. But
to an
just
extent.
just just in general, an EPA is for you to handle your refrigerants, right? Like
Yep,
it just shows it's kind of like a safety course, right? Like it's just like a what to do and what not to do, what's the law, that kind of stuff. It doesn't teach
yep.
you,
That
how to do your change outs
the
and
true
how
HVAC.
the
Yeah,
system works and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I was asking because And Texas, like you said, it's a TDLR. So technically, in any company, because I've seen it, I've seen it so many
Yeah.
times. Like one person can have it, right? So one person can be book smart and get the license, and then
Yeah.
everybody else works under
Yeah.
him, right, and does the work, right? Doesn't mean that they took the test, or doesn't mean that they're as certified as you think they are. And I've heard people that lend out their license to other places, right? Like one guy has it and he has like this side hustle where he just lends it out and he gets paid for it, and another company will use it. So it's very weird how, how it is, but that's kind of how that license work. As long as one person has it, they're responsible. Anybody can work under them.
Yeah, and that's how, yeah, Texas is real big on that. That's the weird thing about that. I don't know if it's weird, but to me it's weird. It's like
And yeah, because
everybody's hustling their
technically,
their contractor's license.
yeah, I didn't know that was a thing until I started seeing it. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I was like, he's not licensed. He's not licensed. How's, or like that company's not licensed, right? How are they doing that? I'm like, oh, they have their dad's grandfather's so and so's
Yep.
license or something, right? So, um, and the other thing that you're supposed to have in this, because I need to get them for the new guys, you can be certified through the state through TDLR. You can be,
TDLR, yeah.
oh, what is it? Registered is just you pay the fee and you're an HVAC tech for whoever, right? And then you can
Yeah,
take a
just
test and be certified, and those are before you would ever go for your license.
yeah, for the gold card. Yeah.
You got yours right recently?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got it watching watching your videos, and you motivated me, and then also what's his Washington from Houston from Texas,
Oh yeah,
how
dude.
how he broke down everything, how to get the license, and
I
don't
was
be
watching
scared, and
his stuff after I did mine. Yeah.
man, that just gave me a boost of confidence, like, hey, let's do it. I'm ready.
Was it difficult for
And,
you?
and yes,
Because
and yes, I did not pass it the first time. It was a
okay, because neither
little
did I.
it was hard, because trying to sit there for, man, you're there what, 4 or 5 hours or something, I can't remember, and man, my mind starts wandering somewhere else. It's like, man, did I? Yeah, it was pretty intense. Well, at least for me, it was intense, but I got it a second
It,
time around. So,
it's harder than you think, right?
oh yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's not, and it's not that you don't know it, and you could be doing this for a long time, and then you go for the test, and you're like, oh shit. The thing is, I remember I think there was some like business questions in there. There was some like
yeah,
codes that, I mean, I should know, right? But we don't use a lot of that stuff here, because I remember it had to do a lot with, I mean, obviously heating, but I remember there being other types of equipment that they quizzed you on, and I was like, I don't see this stuff. It's like you
nope,
still have to
yeah,
learn
yeah,
it, right? So it's a broad range of everything. It's not just like what happens in an HVAC system. It's like it goes through everything. Took me
yeah.
like
Because I,
3 tries.
yeah, in my mind, I thought I was good to take the test the first time.
Me too.
I'll work real late. I'll work real late. Do other calls real late. Come home, study for an hour. I did that for like a month. And I said, okay, I think I'm ready. Um, nope, got a real low score, and then I was like, okay, well, now I'm gonna schedule everything. Just I'm not gonna take no calls after a certain hour or time. Studied double what so if I would have been work, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna study. I just kept studying, quizzing myself, studying. Then when I went back for the second time, man, I got a way high score. So I was like, yes, I was crying and everything. I was happy
Man,
because
and
it's like an achievement, just
yeah, uh, Matt says congrats, by the way. Um,
thank you, brother. Hopefully, I see you soon, man, in Vegas.
yeah, and those are Matt and Megan, great people.
Yeah, they're
Because
awesome.
super smart. Like that stuff that they do goes over my head.
Oh yeah,
What was I gonna say? So it took me 3 tries, and I just heard because I was listening to Kurt's. one of Kurt's live streams because he did with that the guy changed his name. Jake with a blue collar or something like that. The one from TikTok. He's blue collar built.
Mm. Yeah,
You
I'm
don't know
not
that one?
sure. Maybe if I see
He
them, maybe, but I just
yeah, probably. He's bigger on TikTok. And then he took his test, but he's from another state, and he's like, man, like, it took him a couple tries because he had missed it by like a point, and I was like, I felt that because like I got a low score the
mm,
first time because I was like I was trying to study, I was trying to do all that, and it's hard for me. I don't do well with that kind of stuff, and like you said, you're trying to do it every night, trying to like prep, and you're like, like how hard can it be, right? You know this stuff. And then I took it and I bombed it, right? Like, I don't know, like a 50, I don't know what I got, 40, 50, something like that. And then I tried really hard and I was like, okay. I also took that first test to kind of see how the test was. I mean, it cost
yeah.
you quite a bit of money to retake it, but like at least I had an idea of how it was, right? And the questions don't really change. It's just random questions. They're just randomized. So you'll see the same questions over and over. I'm like, eventually, I think it's kind of easy to get if you take it enough times because eventually I think you'll get it. Um, so the second time I got like a 68 or 69 or something. I missed it by one question. I was so pissed. And then I got it the
Oh
third
man,
time. The third time I passed with flying colors. I got like an 89 or something like that. I was like, okay. I was like one stupid
nice.
question and now I got it like way up. So it's crazy.
Yeah, and everybody was telling me, oh, just do because you got the A and B license, and they're like, just do the B. It's simple, less questions. But in the back of my
Oh,
mind, I was like, man, I want to get the A one because in case if somebody wants to call me for commercial, I can do the commercial, you know. So I just shot for the sky and
hey,
got that
well,
A, and I was happy.
much respect. I was like, I know what I'm gonna do. I took the B. I was like, I want less questions. But you
No,
know what? The
because I told my
Go ahead.
no, I just told myself if I'm gonna do it, what's just it ain't gonna hurt to do, try to do a little extra questions and
Oh no,
just because
it's
I was not
worth
gonna
it
give up. If
for
I
your.
if it would have had to take me 10 tries, I would have done it. But I'm glad it
Oh,
just took me two.
yeah. You're relieved when you get that one that passed. Um. Oh, and Megan was like, Matt passed it on the first try. Well, that's
All
why I
right,
said
man. Hey, Megan.
those two are smart.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Um.
like them. They're awesome.
What was I gonna say? So yeah, it's a big relief, and it's well, I was gonna say good on you because you got the highest one, right? You got the one that kind of lets you do whatever you want to do if you want to do heavy commercial, basically.
Yeah,
Because I have the B and I'm up to, I forgot it's 20 or 25 tons, so I'm good. Most restaurants, the biggest one I've seen recently is 13 tons, and then I did have one location that we were doing a little bit of work at that had 20 tons or 25 tons or something like that, and I was like, man, that's a big unit for this restaurant, but
that's a big boy.
they
Yeah,
had it. So I was like, well, thankfully I work up to this exact tonnage, so we're good.
yeah,
Um,
because honestly, I don't go that high on tonnage, but
no, but like
if
if you
I'm giving the
ever,
op,
yeah, if you ever wanted to try, you can.
oh yeah, yeah. And and networking is an amazing thing up here in Texas. Up here north. If I don't know it, somebody's going to know it, and two brains will make it work.
Yeah.
Brian Sanders, what's up, brother? How are you?
What was I gonna say? So oh, the other thing that got me was a time. I think the first time that I took it, I ran out of time because I'm like, there's a shit ton of questions to answer in the hours that you get, and it's like you have. I tried to
Yeah,
calculate it one time. I was like, you have like a minute or two per question, and it's like you either know it or you don't. So one of the
Eh,
things that I did on the second and third was I would go through it, and now knowing how quickly the time goes and how long each one takes, I'm like,
yeah.
if I don't answer it in whatever 60 seconds or however many seconds, I'm like, I'm going to the next one. And I started doing that. And then when I would finish the ones that I knew, then I would go back because one man over here was saying that it's open book in Georgia, but it's open book here too. That doesn't
Yeah,
help
so
you that much, right? Because like you're wasting time
I was
flipping through the
finding
book.
I found quite a bit in the book, but my like when taking it the first time, my eye kept looking at the timer on top. So that's what
Yeah,
kept messing me up. It's like, oh boy, like it's like my mind is trying to focus on the book and the test, and then at the same time, my mind is looking at this clock counting
honestly,
down on me like to hurry up. And I was like, man, this is crazy.
honestly, it's better if you just know it or memorize as much as you can,
Yeah,
because you do not have
but our
time. And I marked my pages even, and I still didn't have time to be looking for the damn answer.
yeah, that's one man. What's up, brother? In our license in Texas, I think we can use out there in Georgia.
Oh, okay.
I think they work together.
Yeah, there's a few states
I can't
like
think.
that. I just can't remember right now.
Yeah, I think Georgia is one of them.
I didn't do a prep class. Did you do anything to prep like pre prep test or prep classes?
I did take an like an online class course. So when I failed it that first time, you have to report to the teacher, I guess, right? So they make you go in person on a Saturday to take the test. I mean, to go over your whatever you failed. So I had to sit in class for boy, I want to say like 5 hours just to go over all the formulas and
Oh,
everything,
that
and
they didn't
then
have
they
that when
want
I
you to
did
take.
it.
Yeah, so it was on a Saturday, and I was all bummed already. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
like, but yeah, I did. I was determined. I was like, this is what I want. This is what I think is gonna help me and my family. So, got to go get it.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about, Matt. You can mark your pages, and I did for the ones that I knew were always like asked. I mean, I took it 3 times, but so the ones that I knew that were going to be asked, and the codes that I had difficulty with or anything like that. So I did mark my stuff. It's just the time it takes to flip and look because you can't
Yeah.
write in it. You can mark the pages, but you can't like write, mark, or highlight or anything. I don't think so. I don't think you can highlight either. Um, so
So some well, at least for me, I can highlight, but I couldn't write in the book,
oh, okay,
like
okay,
quote unquote cheat notes. Like
yeah,
yeah, cheat notes you couldn't write, but highlights, yeah, I was
oh,
able
okay.
to do that. And mark put like a sticky note
That's what
there,
I
but
did.
it
Yeah,
couldn't write. I couldn't write anything.
yeah. I did the marking of the pages, like just to know where the certain codes were or certain like sections that I needed help with.
Yeah.
But man, it's just the time because you're there like okay, it's in this book, it's in this whatever, and it's like you're by the time you find it, you already wasted like 2 minutes. The
and
time is
then
the
and
worst
then
part.
once the and then once that year is up, you got to do that refresher course to renew your license. So that
See,
was a
like,
fun one again.
so was yours virtual the first time, or or what do
I
you
had to
mean?
go in person.
Okay,
So
because mine.
the
No, go ahead.
like the test, like to practice, was virtual, but I had to go in person to do the
Oh, okay.
test to the state of Texas.
Yeah, because we have one here that you go and you take it, right? So like I went and took it, and then obviously I failed. I didn't have to do anything else. They didn't make me go in for anything. I just signed up again and took it again.
Yeah, but I guess with the program that I was doing, if
Oh,
you
okay.
failed, you reach out to them, and then you had to go to that class on a Saturday,
Oh, okay, okay.
and then the teacher goes over everything one on one with you, very in detail. It was amazing class.
But it
Yes.
feels awesome when you finally get it because I had the so when I started, right, I had to obviously had to work with some other, contractors, and then they can sign off for your experience. It's like a 4-year thing. I had
Yeah.
schooling, like the trade school, so that counted. I don't know if it was like a half year or a year. I forget what it is. And so I only needed like the 3 years. And I'm working with other people, working with my dad too, like on weekends and doing other stuff. And I remember running into guys and I'm like, yeah, I had my little like registration. I don't remember if it was certified or not. I think it was just registered, right? I'm like, I had my little card. And then like one of the contractors, we weren't working together. We were just at the same place. It was like a hospital or something that we're doing work at, which still confused the hell out of me that this contractor worked at this hospital, but maybe they paid so damn good that he didn't want to leave. So he's like, oh, like that's cute. So then he showed his, and I'm like, oh shit, this guy's licensed. Like that
He
was
got the gold
before.
card.
No, that was before they were gold because that's when I started.
Oh, okay, okay,
So
okay.
now, actually, I have my old one because I had just renewed it. But this is yeah, because now I think Freon asked about the cards. I was like, now you get a gold
Yeah,
card, and I'm glad
yeah.
that they made that change because before they were all white. And I tried showing mine, and then he's like, "Oh, that's cute," and he showed me his, and it said like, licensed contractor or whatever. I'm like, shit. So then I was like, man, I need to get mine. So like, I hustled after that to get it.
Yeah, it's like a little a boost of confidence once you get that. It's just like, okay, I'm ready. I Once I got it, I was like, I'm ready. Let's start making moves here and there. And
What's up,
Ewok,
Ewok? I
what's up, brother? How are you?
was trying to find that comment. License in California is not open book, so another reason not to like California. Um, Security and testing facility is very strict. They
Um,
inspect your
I
glasses
know.
too.
I know. Maybe I'm wrong. Probably this is a question when Jake is around, but I think Florida is pretty tough too to get their license.
I've told people in Texas, if you can't get it, I don't know what's wrong with you, but I mean, it's not easy to get, but you can get it eventually
Yeah,
if you try hard enough. Well, we lost Rudy.
yeah. My dog kicked over the.
Yeah, Jesus is like that gold card lets you play with the big boys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I was super young when I got it, but it's because my dad was already starting the business and he wanted an HVAC tech because he does the cooking stuff and all that. And he was telling me he could use an HVAC tech. I was like, yeah, cool. I'll go to the trade school. I'll get everything I need to get in line to go take the test, and I'll be the contractor for the company. And I got it in my mid 20s, and I was very proud of it. Right, like it's a huge thing to get, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody believed that I was the freaking contractor. I'm like, yes, I am the licensed contractor. I
Yeah, because
always
you
had,
always think it's somebody older and
yeah,
just
yeah.
yeah, that's
This is
funny.
the comment. Freon Leon Gold Card. Texas doesn't do journeyman's or master. You either pay a registration fee just to work somewhere. You can pay. You can take a test to be certified, which I don't even know if it's worth it, unless you want better pay, maybe. And then that's it. You're once you have 4 years experience, you can go take a test and you're licensed.
Yeah, but I think they try to justify it too for like the trade school. Oh, you went to trade school. Okay, you did a couple years with a company. They
Yeah.
think that's it, pretty much.
And I get really upset, especially after I got mine, that some supply houses, because we'll go back to maintenance, and some guys get away with buying anything that they want from the supply house because they know people there or their buddy works there, right? That's what always got me because I knew guys that either used to work for us or were competitors, and I'm like, they're not freaking licensed. How are they buying this crap? Because I will give an example of maintenance people I don't like. There was an issue that happens with restaurants or sometimes hospitals. Well, no, hospitals have their own people, but when a restaurant tries to hire their own maintenance people, right? And they
I've
try
been
to do
around that. Yes.
everything, and it's usually not good work, at least around here. But we had two employees of ours and their family, so even worse. But they stole a big account from us because that restaurant, mind you, the owner was a millionaire, had all the money in the world, was always in another country and this and that. Wanted to save money and would told them, I'll pay you pretty good if you guys are my maintenance people now, because he saw that they did a lot of our, a lot of our work and stuff, and they could do
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, that's what rubbed me the wrong way early in my career was these two guys that went and did maintenance for the restaurant that we made all our money on.
And that's a tough one too. If it's family members, then that hurts right there too.
But they were already buddies with the supply house because of us, right? And they're like, oh, those are, because my dad's name is Charlie. He's like, oh, those are Charlie's relatives or brothers or whatever.
Yeah.
Let them buy or whatever they need. They're cool. And then they
Boy,
used it
yeah, that's
later
tough.
to buy parts and refrigerant and all that kind of stuff because they didn't have anything to buy that with because they were also doing side jobs and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I haven't had the family one, but I definitely been around like certain restaurants, like name brand chain restaurants, and yeah, the owners or whoever will just hire just a random maintenance guy. Man, they be destroying the machines, taking wires off, and yeah, and then you're trying to go in there try to read a diagram, and it's not even there. So it's like, dude, what's going on? And then they're yelling at you like, hurry up, we need to fix it. Like
Oh yeah,
we need it up
yeah.
and running by 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock before rush hour gets here. It's like, dude, do you
I
see
don't
this machine? Like,
I don't think people understand because I get upset and sometimes I it comes across in my videos like I get upset for certain calls and people always tell me like, oh, it's money, you can charge them and this and that. I'm like, I don't care. Somebody destroyed this unit and now I have to put it back together or I have to do this or
yeah,
that. Like that does get on my nerves a little bit. Like I'll eventually do it, but I hate coming across crappy work like that. Like the craftsmanship, the work that they put in. Cuz the other day, the video I just posted, I think, is the one where they replaced the TXV, they kinked the line, they cracked the line, all the braze joints
ooh,
were all like big blobs and they were leaking. I was like, I have to do
dang.
the work. I mean, I didn't have to do it twice, but I'm doing the work again because they should have done it right the first time.
Yeah, yeah, that sucks. But it just bothers me. Like, if I'm in a situation like that, it's like the customer or the restaurant be like, "Are you done yet?
Yeah,
How long
yeah.
is it going to take you?" It's
Then they
like,
get
dude,
mad.
like
Yeah,
what?
yeah. They get upset because I'm like, well, I'll come back because that one I was specifically told them we're gonna schedule that for next week. I'm not doing that right now because I was like, we were so busy and I was annoyed with it. I was like, this we shouldn't even have to do this. It should have been done right when the guy put in the TXV, whoever it was. But
Yeah,
and then they get mad. Yeah, they're like, "Oh, you're not gonna do it right now." I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna do it right now." It's like it was like a late night call. I was like, "No, I'm not doing it right now."
yeah, yeah. They expect us to work miracles. We can. Don't get me wrong, but damn, not in a
Yeah.
situation. Certain situations, it's like give us some time.
So the whole apartment maintenance and all that. Do you work a lot of odd hours with that one?
Especially when I'm on call. Yes, yeah,
People
because
just
we'll
be
get
calling
called
at
for
all
leaks, fire.
weird hours.
Yeah, it can be for leaks, smoke alarms going off, no heat, no cooling. Um, just my
Yeah,
washer dryer is
somebody
not.
somebody in Kurt's area could make a killing off replacing batteries over there.
Yeah,
It's like every video you hear them.
yeah. That yeah. I think who was it? HVAC boss. One time he was doing a live, and I was hearing his smoke detector, and he goes. I was like, "Hey man, I'll charge you to replace the battery." He started laughing. He goes, "No, I got it. I got it."
It's probably still
No,
chirping to this day.
actually, and then he did another live like a couple of months later, and I jumped on and I was like, "Hey, you fixed the smoke alarm?" And he started laughing. He was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
just work. You're a funny guy." Nah, he's a cool dude though. I love Boss Man. Yeah, he was
crazy.
like, "Man, you remember that one?" So, oh yeah, it's just certain things you do with apartment maintenance. It's just certain details that you pay
Yeah,
attention to.
Kitchen Cowboy. I'm currently researching handyman laws in Oklahoma because there's a company taking business from us doing electrical work. Oh, that's a whole other thing. Above and beyond what is in the unit. Pretty sure they aren't licensed. That's a hard one. How much electrical do you guys do? Like
We
as
do like
apartment maintenance?
changing out GFCIs, just doing ceiling fans,
Or like
just regular light bulb changes, nothing too
running,
crazy.
nothing running wires or anything. Any
No, we'll probably maybe do like a outside photo cell, maybe, but nothing like doing running conduit. Sorry, I can't
conduit? Yeah,
pronounce it, but conduit. No, we're not doing that. Just real small, basic electrical.
yeah. Megan's like, is there rules in Oklahoma? Um, so that is a little because I get upset when certain people do work that they're not qualified
Other
for.
trades, yeah, other
Yeah.
trades.
Oh yeah, definitely when they dip into other trades. Because even us, we do, and that's because my dad was an electrician, so he knows how to do some of this stuff. But we still won't do it because we're not an electrical company. So he will recommend something. I'll recommend something sometimes, and I'm like, if it's something I can swap out, if it obviously anything with the unit disconnects or electrical going to it or anything like that, like yeah, and then my dad does
Yes.
like light fixtures. He does a little bit of the handyman stuff dealing with
Hmm.
restaurants, right? Because they need light fixtures changed out. They have some plumbing here and there, small stuff. Once they need like lights in the parking lot or a sign or something else that is like, an electrician should be doing this, we have an electrician on call. Like we have that set up
Yeah.
because we're not doing that. That's a whole other thing. And yeah, I don't think there's a lot you're allowed to do on the electrical side. Another thing is I wouldn't want to be responsible for that kind of work.
Yeah. Yeah, but even on the plumbing side, the light plumbing,
Yeah.
snaking out toilets, unclogging sinks, changing out garbage disposal, unclogging garbage disposals, just light plumbing pretty much.
Yeah, kitchen
So yeah,
cowboy commercial.
we get to,
Oh, I'm sorry. He just said commercial's very different. Changing an outlet requires an electrician. Yeah, we don't want to get caught doing something we're not supposed to, so we call the electrician.
yeah. Yeah, well, but at the apartments, we with the older guys there, they know what they're doing, and they teach the younger generation coming up. Uh, but I don't like the older generation teaching the younger generation the HVAC side of things. That's one thing I don't like. Just because that older generation guy got taught by another older generation guy
Yeah,
the wrong way, so it is a trickle down the line of all wrongs to do. So, but I'm glad in where I'm at. We're trying to do things the right way, obviously. So that's a great blessing for us.
yeah. Megan's like, I know they do a lot of their own work in house because they have some work in Oklahoma. What was I gonna say? Oh, Freon. Shit, if the customer is gonna pay us, I'll run the circuit, change a breaker, outlet, anything else. uh,
It,
if you can do it,
there was a HVAC company I used to work with. We couldn't even open up the electrical panel box.
mm-hmm.
Like let's say, hey, it was a bad breaker. Nope, they stop it right there. They anything from the breaker panel going to the machine, we can do anything going into that box. We're not going to touch. So in my
Yeah,
mind, when I first started doing that, I was like, oh man, that's like crazy work going in there. I thought it was like some alien technology, something. And then I went to work for another HVAC company, and that owner guy was like, "Oh yeah, no problem. We'll start opening up the panel box and changing out breakers." And he was like, "Oh, Rodolfo, don't be scared. Here, try like this, do it like this." So he got me used to it. He was an old school electrician, and he just switched over to HVAC.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, hmm. So and then I got to see it like, oh, well, it's not that bad to
Yeah.
replace a breaker. Just, but
My
it's
dad,
just
my
what
my
you.
dad does. Like I said, he used to be an electrician, so sometimes he will take a look at it, and then he's like, "I can do it, but I'm not going to do it." And it's just like like I said, like a liability thing, because
Yeah,
we're insured and all that for what we do and what I need on my HVAC side. Not insured for anything of that nature,
yeah,
right? So that's our whole thing, and we've always been by the book. Because that's another thing is the reasons we will lose bids sometimes is because they want it done on the weekend when you don't, or when they ask you if you can go and do a change out or a new unit, and they tell you, can you not get the permit? I was like, no, I'm getting the permit. Like, if you want it done that way, call somebody else.
yeah.
And you know what's funny? That one there was one time because I've never had an issue getting a permit, and it's never been a big deal, right? They just we charge them whatever we need to charge to cover everything, and that includes getting the permit, inspection, all that kind of stuff. But there was one time that I went to go get a permit, and they didn't allow me to get it because that property didn't hadn't pulled out, or whatever it's called, all the other permits that they need for that building. Like there was something for landscaping, there was something for the building, there was something on for I don't know what. She read me off a list, and I was like, "Well, that's not my problem. I'm gonna go tell the customer that they need to go take care of all these other permits before I can even do anything."
Oh wow. Was it a, like a new building?
No, they just fell
No.
behind during COVID. I'm like, yeah, it's been a while, and they
Wow.
haven't taken
Okay.
care of any of
Okay.
the permits. Guess what they did?
They found somebody else to do it on the
Yeah,
weekend.
somebody else just did it.
Yeah.
I was like, ah, oh, sure enough, they weren't going
And
to take
that's
care of those permits. They didn't take care of them for 5 years. They're not going to do it now.
they're trying to save money too. Those people.
Yeah, so that was. I took pictures of it, man. They reused the disconnect, which looked kind of rough. They wire nutted the thermostat wire about a couple feet above the roof. Wire netted the new wire and put it up. I'm like, that's gonna break. That's gonna get water in it. That's gonna just. I've had so many calls for shorted, uh, like thermostat wire, and I go check, and it's because they wire netted it and just kind of threw it on the outside. But that's and the drain. The drain was just put however it like comes out and just slants down. Like there's no pitch. There's no trap. It's not even routed
Wow.
anywhere. It's just like they stuck it on and hung it off. But that's what they get.
That's
That's the
crazy.
work that they wanted. Oh yeah, this is what my
And
dad
then
does.
something happens and they try to call those people.
No, they
Usually
don't come
don't even
back.
answer.
No. Kitchen Cowboy, I'll open up a panel to prove some breaker's bad, and then that's it. Then he, leaves it up to them. We've had a lot of because I had a talk with somebody about thermal imagers. Do you use one? A thermal camera?
Yes, yes, I do. Yeah,
It comes in
I
handy
have
for
the
a
what
lot of
is it?
things.
65 Flare T
Yeah,
65, something like that.
yeah. Because I had one that kept tripping, and I went to the breaker box, and I just kind of ran it through. I'm like, there you go. We got one overheating, and they're all like, they were all the same size units and stuff. Only one was overheating. I'm like, you got a bad breaker. And today I had like, I check a lot of heaters with it. So today I was checking heaters with it. Uh, and I had a company call me the other day because they were selling their own now, which well, it was Testo, and they wanted to know like how useful it is and stuff. And I was like, dude, I use a thermal imager like almost every day. Like there's a lot that you can do with it that you can't visually see with your eyes, or you don't want to touch something because I check a lot of heaters with it. I don't want to burn my hand with touching something, I'll use the thermal camera to kind of check those things.
Let me ask you a weird question. Do you charge extra to use a thermal?
I haven't gotten to that point yet. It's because like
Okay.
how much did the flare run?
Shoot. Well, the one that we got is like more of the. It's a good brand, but we got the
Yeah.
like the lower model. I think we paid like four something, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken,
Yeah,
because
because
those
like,
things run in the thousands. So I was just happy just to get that brand in at four.
well,
You
it's
know,
because
so
they have those, but it's the brand, like you said, and it could be the picture quality. I also like the ones that have like the dual
mhm.
cameras now, where you get like a clearer picture. So like, there's different things that you can look at,
Yeah,
and I like. Well, Flare is a big name. I like Hick Micro. That's another like I would consider top end. But there's a lot of like cheaper options now, right? So you can pay between or right under 400, like 200 bucks, 300 bucks, something like that. But it is another expensive tool, and I've been telling people I just haven't gotten to that point
yeah,
to charge for like a thermal gun. Is recovery, you got a fee, your vacuum, you got a fee, your torches,
yeah.
everything that you use, there should be a fee, but I haven't charged anything for the thermal. But if you need to cover the cost, you definitely can.
Yeah. We're charging just to bust it out was 200,
Yeah, because,
just to
well,
just to go around the house and just look at.
yes, but before anybody, you know, crashes out about that, it's not 200 just to show it, right? It's 200 bucks and then maybe whatever you need to add to it, but it's for the
Yeah,
check. Cuz that was the other thing, is like a leak detection, cuz I've had to tell customers, like, if I don't see an obvious leak, if I don't see oil, if I don't see it coming out, if I go really quick with my leak detector and like nothing goes off, we're gonna schedule a leak detection, right? And that's where I cover the cost of like the leak detector, the bubbles, whatever you want to use, right? And like you said, it might be like 200 bucks, whatever it is, just to do that. But it's to do a check as well, like be thorough about it. So if you are going to bring
yeah.
out the thermal imager, you're probably walking around doing a complete check of whatever you're looking at. It's not just to kind of like whip it out.
No, yeah, we're looking for the attic insulation. We're looking at the wall insulation. We're looking for all your hot spots in the house, your around your doors, everything. We're checking everything pretty much.
Yeah, we have a lot
Heat
of
loss of your unit in the attic.
refrigeration, the same thing, all the
Yeah, we
doors.
found yeah, we found one. When was it? A couple years ago. The guy just did a remodel of the house, and he was complaining that um, he was, the rooms were hot, like the temperature was way different than certain rooms. So he called a couple of companies, and they're like, oh, everything's running fine. They check pressures, they're doing delta T's, they're just doing the unit. So yeah, I did the same thing. Everything was fine,
Yeah.
and then I was like, hey, you know what? Let me bust out this thermal imaging, and sure enough, his wall was missing insulation, like the outside wall, the wall that meets outside. And I was like, sir, you don't got no insulation in this wall. You got all your heat. And it was like bogusly hot in that area.
Yeah.
He goes, no, that can't be. They just did that. They just did the remodel. They put the insulation. I was like, well, man,
Ooh.
you're missing insulation, like a whole wall. He goes, it can't be. And I was like, man, give me a hammer and I'll
Oof.
prove it to you. I'm gonna break your wall. If I'm wrong, I'll fix it. No problems. And sure enough, man, I put a hole in there. It was just the back wall. There was no insulation in it. Man, that guy was cursing up a storm and everything. I was like, well, if you want, I can bring in a team in here and start putting some insulation in here or something for you. But yeah, this is what you got going
You,
on, and it was
oh
thanks
man,
to the thermal finding it.
unfortunately, you have to be the bearer of bad news sometimes, because that is exactly
Yeah,
what happened to me today. is I had my thermal imager, right, and I was working on this walk-in cooler, and it was two of them that piped in together for the drain line, and I was like, why is it not draining? And I tried my gallo gun, and it like blew back. I'm like, what? How like clogged is this thing? Because that never happens. And I
Yeah.
started cutting, and that's another thing that pissed me off. I'll post it. I'll post it soon, but whoever installs at these certain chicken places, they keep gluing every single part. There is no union, and they freaking used whatever cement Loctite crap on the evaporator, right on the outlet drain pan. All they dude, I had to break off everything. I had to take a torch to it. Like it pissed me off. Anyway, I'm getting
Oh
off topic.
wow.
So I'm trying to find this clog, right? And I was like, what is going on? So I started cutting, and the lines were iced up on one of the walk-ins.
Ooh.
And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. I was like, it doesn't feel too bad, right? Well, I turned around, and there's a freezer inside the walk-in cooler, right? It's one of those inside of the cooler. Then the freezer is inside of
The
there,
double. Yeah.
right? So I looked, and I saw ice all around the freezer door. And I was like, okay, let me go get my
Uh,
thermal imager and check this out really quick. And sure enough, uh, there was 5-degree air coming out of here, there, because that thing was like -10 inside. And I'm like, oh, okay, now I know what the hell's going on. It's recirculating and then running on its own as well, on top of all the air that's coming through, and it's freezing up that side of the wall. And I was like, I went to go tell them because I was like, oh, I found the problem, this and that. I thought I had good news, and then they were like, oh, somebody just fixed it. They're like, oh, okay, don't worry about it. I was like, nobody fixed shit. I was like, I can show you with the thermal imager, it's leaking out like crazy,
ooh.
right? So that's the thing you can prove, and that's what I was telling
Yeah.
that like Testo. I was like, I can prove things where they're just gonna like blow me off, like, oh, don't
Yeah.
worry, like it's not a big deal, or like that they don't want to pay or whatever the excuse is. But if I have that thermal gun and I show them the pictures, or I go and take them with me, I was like, no, this freaking, because they said somebody fixed like the hinges, somebody fixed something, and they were gonna do the gasket next, and
Yeah.
I'm like, the gasket's not gonna help much, because she's like, oh, it has a little hole. That's probably where it's coming from. I'm like, ma'am, this is no little hole. I was like, the whole door all the way around is leaking. You have like an inch gap all the way around. This door needs to be either
Oh wow.
replaced or realigned. And I was like, look, I can show you. I have pictures, and that's my proof.
Yeah, thermal imaging, that's for HVAC or refrigeration. Well, for the trades, it is something really valuable to have in a tool bag, definitely.
Yeah, that's what Testa was asking me. Where they're like, does it earn a spot in your tool bag? Is this something you would carry every day? And I'm like, I already do. I was like, anytime I can, I take
Yeah.
it out and use it, and it helps me because he's like, you're not the bearer of bad news. Good news is you found the issue. It's just when they feel like in your situation and my situation, they felt like they already paid somebody to fix it, and then you go and tell them they didn't
Yeah.
do it. That's when it's bad news.
Yeah, because he was like, I paid that guy, that company all this money. And I was like, dude, I don't know, but I'm telling you right here. And then
It's not my
when I
fault.
hit that wall with the hammer and open up what a little 4x4, 6x6, and it's like, look, there's nothing in there. Yeah, that guy he flipped out on me, man. Well, not on me, but on the situation.
Yeah, you were just
Yeah, he was not
spectating
happy.
as he was crashing out.
I was like, yeah, back away slowly out the
Yeah.
door. Let's go.
Megan's like, customers will sell themselves on stuff if you just walk around with a thermal imager. That it like, oh, okay, because when you mentioned about like an AC unit can be working properly if you do like your delta and you just check, the real basic stuff, right? Because I've had that too,
Yeah,
where like the unit's working, but something feels uncomfortable, or you got a hot spot, or whatever it is. So when I was, because I'm trying to do more training with our new guys, because we just hired another guy. Like it's been crazy. And I gave everybody thermal imagers. That's how much or how important I think they are, right? I gave everybody one. And I was like, use
Nice.
these as much as you can. And I told them what situations they could use it in. And one of those is like the AC units where you have these weird issues or like weird complaints because like you said, it could be insulation, it could be ducts because we do a lot of commercial, right? So flex ducts is very common here. They come
Oh
they
yeah.
come on they come undone or something weird is going on in the attic, right? I'm like, go check that, right? Go check the vents, pop in the ceiling, look around, check with the thermal imager if you need to, just get all the information you can get. Because a lot of times it is something other than the system. The system's cooling, but like it's airflow, it's heat infiltration, it's something like stupid, and you can fix
Heat
it pretty
loss. Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly. Yeah. You're on the game plan right there. Yeah. You got it.
Yeah, and like today, like I said, we're doing a lot of heaters recently, which is what Matt was bringing up right now. Fast way to check drain and door heaters, which again, those were two calls that we had today too. The new guys were doing a freezer and the pipe burst. Like it's a copper drain pipe, and that thing just burst. And he's like, it actually came off the drain pan, like the connection it had. And I was like, okay, can you check the drain heater? And sure enough, it wasn't working. And he's like, yeah, I had my thermal gun, and we checked our amps and we checked all that. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, because if that thing doesn't work and that line ices up enough and it expands, you're gonna burst copper. So they were able to fix it. And what was the other one? Oh, the other one was a freezer door that I had told them was basically warped. That door heater was also not working.
Uh, you need that door heater. That's important. Get stuck in there.
I know. I was like, I don't feel anything, and I
Yeah, I
was like,
seen that happen.
let me try to check the temperature here, and like it wasn't picking up anything. I was like, yeah, I don't think it's working at all.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, Testo, the thermal imager is small enough to put in your pocket, or warm up in your pocket. If you're working in humid environments, you got to warm them up to avoid condensation. Oh, the one they have is sensitive to moisture. I didn't think about that. Yeah, it is always in my tool bag, and then when I walk around with it, I just put it in my back pocket.
yeah. Mine's is like a little pistol, I guess if you want to say.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
still keep it in a case and everything. Try to protect that baby right there, because
Well, yeah, they're not
yeah,
cheap.
that's definitely a good tool to have. No.
So what tool bag do you rock right now?
So if I'm doing just strictly HVAC, I'm doing the MB5. At
Okay,
the
popular.
apartments, I just do like the pouches.
Which one? Because me and
But
Jake always like to get the Vito pouches, but I don't know if you have another one.
I have it in my truck right now. But I put two. It's the MP1X.
Okay.
It's a little bit bigger, and then the one that the promo where it has like the zipper and it comes with a real small one.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I
I
forgot the name
combined
of
it.
it.
I combined both of them together. So now I have like two pouches
Like
in one.
stacked. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So where the belt clip is at, I just stuck it right into there, and so now I
Okay.
just have
I
up
did something.
two pouches in one.
Yeah, I've tried something similar because me and Jake always talk about it, and some people are like, "Those are not real tool bags." I was like, They come in handy quite a bit because I have the MPMX, which is like that meter one, and that one I use it for damn near 90% of my stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I really like using that for the apartments because it's just in and out pretty much. But if I'm doing strictly HVAC, it's the MB5.
The
The
backpack,
yeah, the MB5. Yeah, the backpack.
MB5B, just to be exact.
MB5. Yes.
Um,
I get
those
confused with all the
dude, I
abbreviations and
was
but
telling
yeah,
them
you know,
because we know the guys over there. I was telling them like you're confusing the hell out of me with some of these names now because they're just like throwing a bunch of letters out there.
yeah, but you know, I'm a rock. I'm gonna keep rocking
Yeah,
vetoes and
yeah,
yeah,
good
I
stuff.
already got some other people um investing in vetoes as well too, and they're like, I never heard of veto. I was like, check out their 5 year warranty, built like a tank, great customer service. Like, okay, I'll look into it. And then, but they're expensive. I was like, it's worth it. Trust me.
Yeah,
Just with that 5 year customer service, it's worth it.
you got to
Yeah, and
get
they went out and
over
go buy some already. So I was like,
the sticker shock first, and
yeah,
we all of the guys here, even the new ones, I give them some of the bags that I've like. There's some that I don't use anymore. I was like here, and they love them too, and it's like I don't want them with because I went through it when I started. I tried other brands. I don't want to like bash any of them, but I had holes in my tool bags or the straps would rip or I don't want my guys to deal with that. I'm like just get the vetoes already. Don't even worry about it. I saw one of
yeah,
our senior techs with the husky tool bag and it drove my dad nuts because they would work together and he's like, oh, hand me my channel
yeah.
logs or whatever it is, and my dad's like, in here, he's like, he would look around, I can't find shit.
It's
So he's like, we're gonna get you a veto. He's like, screw
yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. Because it has all the sides to organize and
Yeah,
organize it the way you want it. And yeah, vetoes is, to me is the way to go. Not just because you know what's going on with veto, but yeah, I'm rocking with vetoes.
I've used
And I
them
remember like
forever.
no, I was gonna say, I try to keep my vetoes clean. I'm always cleaning them. Those are like my babies, yo. I swear. I remember I was watching a video of I'm not sure if you know Lava Girl, and I was
Yeah,
like, man, Lava Girl, make sure you clean your bags. She's like, no, this is what the bags are used for. Get them dirty and use them. In my mind, I was like, I'll clean it for you. I don't know. Yeah, I get my Viper wipes and start cleaning my
well,
bag, and yeah,
let me just
because it's an
say,
investment. Try
yeah,
to.
yeah. My stuff doesn't get too bad. It gets like dusty here and there, or I kind of throw them around too. But half of our guys do kitchen work. Those get
Oh, no,
nasty
this
as hell.
I refuse. I refuse to take any of my vetoes to a
Yeah,
restaurant, especially if I'm doing hot side, and I refuse to take it to the attic. I'll take it to the rooftop to do RTU, no problem.
yeah,
But I do not want to get my vetoes dirty. I get it. I know they're two bags. They're meant
dude.
to be used and abused,
Yeah,
but
the toll
I,
bags and the
man,
boots do not last in the kitchens.
no, yeah, no, I do. Oh yeah, I got a hot car fryer not working. Okay, I'm gonna take. I'll take the tools in in my pocket and
Yeah,
let's walk in there. That's I'm not taking my veto bag. Nope.
yeah, man.
Yeah,
Um,
because I came from not being able to afford something like that to being blessed to at least get one. So yeah, I'm gonna
mhm.
try to take care of it the best I can.
Dude, yeah, do what you have to. But on that note, I do want to talk about you got your license. You do have your own business, basically, right? Like you are doing stuff on
Yes.
your own as like
Yeah.
an HVAC company.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes,
What
sir.
kind of work?
The company is called Galaxy Home Services.
What kind of work do you guys do?
So that's what I did. Just HVAC. Just we'll do some painting if we need to, but it's mainly all HVAC. We do restaurant work as well too.
Oh, so you've gotten into the commercial
Like
or light
like like
commercial side.
yeah, light commercial. We'll do the light commercial. We do the restaurants. Oh yeah,
Do you have a preference
trying to get it,
on
brother agent.
Hey, do
Trying
you
to
have a
get it, man.
preference on residential, light commercial restaurant, or maybe even the apartment maintenance?
I do have I got a lot of love for the apartment maintenance.
Yeah,
That's it's
you're
already
still
a part of me.
yeah, you're still doing it.
Yeah, I love it. But you know, I love HVAC. You know, HVAC is what blessed me with many opportunities. So I'm grateful to for all the trades. I'm grateful to be part of the trade. I'm grateful to be part of the trade blue collar community. You know, I'm just grateful. I'm happy and thank God for everything, all the great blessings. So I like them all. I want to learn them all. And I'm still always learning. So the business has been steady. So I like it. I'm happy where it's at because I'm just gonna build on top of it. You know, just grow from there. You know, because growing up, I was never taught how to own a business, grow a business. You know, be an entrepreneur. And I was never taught that. You know, so I'm just taking baby steps as I go and grow and just wish for the best. But so far this year has been good. I'm pleased.
It's good to see that. Is it just you, or are you taking Viola with you? How are you doing the HVAC side?
So it's me and my wife. You know, we do the scheduling and you know getting to work. And then if it's something like where I need help lifting, carrying, yes, I'll take Viola with me.
Okay.
You know,
So
and I got friends out there too that will help if I ask, and you know if they need help, I go help them as well. So we're all helping each other, networking, and just trying to get her done.
build it up. Yeah. We had
Oh
what I was
yeah,
trying to say. What I was trying to say earlier is we had like little goals that we'd always set for ourselves. And my dad, one of his bigger goals, we were able to knock that out this year, which has just been a crazy year all around. Like we haven't slowed down. It's been doing really well. We've hired now 3 people this year, and it's just you gotta stick it out. And you gotta hustle. I remember those years when we started, and it was my dad
yeah.
and me, and then my brother came later, and we're working weekends and weird night hours and being in the pickup truck going to run calls and stuff like that, and then you grow from there and it gets better.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, obviously, you know, as a business owner, you know, owning your own company, obviously you always want great success. But with me, I just want to take baby steps. I want, you know, I'm still learning how to do everything. You know, like I said, I never was taught, trained, and went to school to do this. So yeah, I just want to do enough, learn from there. Whatever mistake I've come across or do, learn from that. But I don't want to make a big mistake and where it's going to really hurt me. I don't mind it. You know, just learning.
Ooh,
Oh, a slap in the wrist. Okay, here and there. I get it.
we've
But
made the big
you know,
mistakes,
because
and it takes a while to recover.
that's what I'm trying to avoid. That's what I'm trying to avoid and not get there. You know, um, I just want to be straight successful. If I got to start slow, I don't mind it. I'll start slow and just shoot for the sky. That's it.
That's the way to go, man. Because I tell people everybody's success is different. Like somebody might want
Yes,
the huge building, the 40 trucks, like they want everything right now. And it's like you can get to that if you want to, or you can be happy as a small business. That's what we are. We want to be because what like I said, we hired 3. So now right now we're 1, 2, 3. We're gonna be like 7. And I think that's where I kind of want to be. I don't want to be more than 10. So if we can help it, we'll stay under that unless we have an insane amount of growth or something where we need to. But for now, I really like being that small business where I can control things. It's not that
control.
hard
Yes,
to
that's the key.
the quality too, right? Like the quality of work. So
Yeah,
everybody's different, and as long as it's doing good for yourself and you're able to take care of yourself and be successful in your own right, that's always good. Because I constantly have seen businesses come and go, and it's usually one of the same things. It's like they tried too hard, they tried to do too much too quick. They were trying to
yeah,
do something that was out of their frame of work. They went and bought all new vehicles. They thought they were gonna get rich quick. A lot of stuff I've seen in person. I'm talking about like local companies here, right? And
yeah.
I just try to tell people like there's a slow and steady pace that you can take, and you'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah. It was just like studying for the test. Oh yeah, you failed, but keep on studying. That's how now I'm transitioning into the business. Learn, keep learning,
Yeah,
ask
keep that mindset.
questions, network with other business owners. Because I don't want to say I know everything to do on the field, right? But I know enough. But now I need to learn how to run a business, the office stuff, the behind the scenes stuff, the taxes, all
It's
that.
hard. It's hard. I get overwhelmed. I have to
Yeah.
go crawl. I have to go crawl and hide somewhere sometimes because I'm like, oh, I don't want to deal with
Thank
it.
you, Megan.
Yeah, Rudy, you're killing it. It's a lot sometimes. And then right now, I don't want to turn away work. Like we built up a lot of good online presence, right? Our website, our Google profile, all that stuff that I never worried about before. I'm like, okay, let me work on that part of the business, right? Like
Yeah,
being somebody can search us or somebody can go to our website and find us, and we have all this stuff in place now. Like that's what I've been working on this year, and it worked a little too good because I'm getting calls right now like crazy, and I'm like, I don't
that's
like
good. Cool.
we don't have, I know, but we don't have time, and then like we're trying to weed out the ones that we don't see a good fit and trying to get the good ones, and then I'm like, golly, the calls don't stop, but it's a good problem to have, and you're doing well. I hope you continue have that success, and continue with that HVAC business and growing it. And you have see what another thing I wanted to bring up really quick is a lot of guys, because I've been getting a lot of emails and messages here and there about like, oh, if you ever want an exit plan, and you ever want to sell your business or this and that. And I've told my dad,
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not selling this. Like you started it, you gave it to me. I want to have it for my kids. Like I want everybody. And my dad doesn't. He realizes now, but I was trying to tell him the other day. You've helped so many people that have come through our business. We trained them. They've had other jobs, and even the guys that we have right now, like they didn't do HVAC or commercial kitchen equipment before. They learned it here, and now they have a good career. So that's
yeah,
something that my dad has put in place, and I want to continue that. I'm trying to train you guys too. I want to train my kids one day and give them something, and it's like a legacy thing.
yeah. And to piggyback off of that, it's like with me with the apartments. I think that's why well, first of all, where the apartments I'm at, the management, the corporate, they're super awesome. Everybody's amazing there. So I like it there. The people I'm working with, the team that I'm around. So that's why I want to bring more of my HVAC knowledge, my skills to the apartment industry for to help them, um, level up with the guys in the field. That's my goal. I want to help the apartment industry, or to
Yeah,
level up.
that's my thing
That's my
too,
goal.
to help
Because
the
in my
others.
thought of thinking, in my thought of thinking is if I train one or two guys in our property and let's say something they go somewhere else, hopefully they take that skill and knowledge that was trained and taught to them to that apartment complex, and it can just build off of there. That's my goal. I just want the our apartment industry to be recognized as we're doing the right thing as well, just like the guys in the field.
Yeah, man. More power to you, because a lot of guys that gatekeep and don't help the younger techs, that always bothers me. So I never have worried about my job and somebody replacing me. Like I'm trying to train. I have now, well, one of them does have experience, but we have three new guys that I'm trying to train to do more of the work because I want to do more of the business stuff. And if they go work somewhere else after, I mean, that's fine. I would like to keep the good ones, but you know, just
Yeah,
help them out as much as you can.
because our goal, right? Obviously you've been in the game for a while. I've been in the game for a while. We always said it. Oh, we always want young kids in the field. We always want young kids to learn the field. Guess what? Now we got the young kids in the field. Look at
Oh
HVAC
yeah,
Disciple. Look at EWOC. Those are the guys that we've been, trades over college, Xavier. Those are the guys that we've been, and many others. Don't get me wrong, that we've
yeah.
been looking for, seeking. Now that we have them, when we start getting older, they're going to be the old heads, and they're going to train a whole new generation of guys by putting out the videos, and these new people are going to be watching their videos.
Oh,
Our
they're
field in whole is going to be in
yeah,
good hands. In theory,
and
that's our goal. So that's
they're
what I'm trying to do
already
for the apartments.
yeah, and those kids are already influencing the new kids because they see them and they're
Yes,
like, I want to do that too.
yes, and I am so happy. There's no hating over here. I'm so happy that those young guys are doing well. I just wish them all the best, all the success, and just keep putting out great content, great videos for the younger generations that's going to come to see that. Even the young girls, I want to see young girls as well get into the field, which we are getting in the field. I know we got Rachel, which is, she's doing an amazing job. We got Lava Girl. We got so many others. Jess from Canada, they're doing amazing things out there. We got Megan, just
Yeah,
our community, our field, our blue collar. I don't want to just say, HVAC. We got the electrician girls, we got the welder girls, we got plumber girls. Um, our field, our blue collar community is going to be in good hands just because of these young individuals and the young girls too. So that's what I'm happy
it's
about. And,
yeah, me too.
and don't get me wrong,
I'm
and
everybody's
don't get me
biggest
wrong, I want to
cheerleader.
steal some of I want to steal some of those guys too and bring them into the apartment industry too.
Yeah.
Because it is cool to work in the apartment industry. We get to work on washers, dryers, HVAC,
Oh,
refrigerators,
yeah.
everything, microwaves, everything.
We have one of our senior techs. I don't know where the hell he learned that because he used to work for us. He went somewhere else and he came back. He does all our dryers and stuff like that at the we take care of a couple of hotels, like big hotels, and they've been giving us a ton of work, and he does all those other things that we don't do, like outside of HVAC
Yeah,
and the kitchen stuff. He does all the dryers and whatever else they have in the back, like he does that stuff, and it's a big help.
and that's those appliance, heating and air conditioning. That's an appliance.
Yeah,
Why not work on refrigerators? Your washers, your dryers, clean out the duct, the dryer vent. All that plays into a factor. So that's what our company, you know, you ask what we do. That's another thing we do.
yeah.
Dryer vent cleaning. Your appliances, washers, dryers, stoves.
There you go.
Got to get it, brother. Got to
Yeah.
get it. Out here trying to get it.
All right, man. I don't want to keep you too long. Great episode. I enjoyed all the conversation, all the good um, little points that we hit that people can get from listening to this episode. So, thanks again. I know this was last minute. I appreciate you for making the time, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you, brother. Hey, would I have a little second after this?
Yeah, stick around.
Okay. All right. Everybody, thank you. God bless everybody. Have a blessed night. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody for watching and listening. Let me look for the outro, and we'll see you guys next time.